Welcome to another edition of Biblical Errancy Commentary, the series that takes a critical look at Scripture, pointing out its numerous errors, contradictions, and fallacies. This program teaches a kind of Sunday school in reverse by giving you the biblical information that you should have heard but didn't. With millions of Americans hearing a totally one-sided presentation of the Bible, balance is greatly needed. Only when people are given both sides of an issue can a truly objective analysis be possible. And here to provide the alternative perspective is the editor of Biblical Errancy Newsletter, Mr. Dennis McKenzie.
Welcome to the 52nd edition of Biblical Errancy Commentary. We're pleased you've joined us. If there is any aspect of biblical teachings upon which millions of religious laymen place tremendous importance, it lies in the realm of social issues and related biblical pronouncements. The Bible's attitude toward abortion, alcohol, gambling, homosexuality, divorce, and other social topics is of crucial importance to the lives of millions. What is conveniently omitted from the equation, however, is the extent to which the average person is kept ignorant of the many problems, contradictions, and inconsistencies that accompany the biblical position on each of these major topics. The central purpose of this program, as well as 7 to follow, will be to correct this oversight by analyzing each topic individually. Rather than giving more importance to one subject than another, as would be implied by any order of consideration we deemed appropriate, we've chosen the more neutral approach of simply taking the issues in alphabetical order. So let us turn to a discussion of the major social concerns that are discussed in one way or another by the Bible, and begin with the highly charged issue of abortion. Contrary to the claims of biblicist, abortion is not prohibited by any biblical verse or any series of connected verses. The main text that is repeatedly cited by apologists in this regard is Exodus 21:22-23, which says, quote, "If men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he," that is the guilty man, "shall surely be punished, according as the husband's woman will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judges determine. And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life." Unquote. Fundamentalist John R. Rice, whom Jerry Falwell described as his teacher, alleged on page 8 of his book entitled Abortion that, quote, "Only in the case of Exodus 21:22-23, and those are the verses we just cited, does the Bible specifically mention retaliation for the death or injury of an unborn child." Unquote. Unfortunately for apologists, reliance upon these verses is inadequate for several reasons. First, we're no longer under the old law anymore, according to the biblicists, and Exodus 21 is a good example of same. Second, and even more importantly, careful reading of the words will show that they do not prohibit abortion. In fact, they aren't even discussing abortion. Notice what's said. If two men are fighting and hurt a pregnant woman such that a miscarriage occurs, yet no mischief follows, he shall surely be punished. In other words, the man who caused the miscarriage will be punished and forced to pay to the woman's husband and a judge for what he did to the woman, not for what he did to the fetus. Third, the last line says, "If any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life." If any mischief to the woman, not the fetus, follows, then the offender will be killed. The key word is if. If any mischief follows. The mischief has already occurred If the miscarriage was the main concern, mischief to the woman is the only concern, since the fetus is gone. Actually, Exodus 21, 22 to 23 has nothing to do with abortion. It's really saying that if two men are fighting and a pregnant woman is injured in the process, which causes a miscarriage, but she suffers no other injury, the offender should be forced to pay a fine by the woman's husband. On the other hand, if the woman incurred mischief, which appears to be her death, then the injuring party, that is the man, must die. Although there are no verses in the Bible clearly in opposition to abortion, is there any strategy by which biblicist can use the Bible to oppose abortion? Yes, there is. But two hurdles must first be surmounted. Biblicist must not only find verses in opposition to the killing of human beings, but also find verses saying the fetus is a human being throughout the entire 9-month pregnancy. If the fetus is a human being for the entire 9 months of the pregnancy, and the killing of human beings is wrong, then the Bible can be shown to oppose abortion. As far as the first point is concerned, if we believe that the prohibitions against killing in Genesis 9:6, which says, whoever sheds man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed, and Exodus 21:12, which says, he that smites a man so that he dies shall surely be put to death, if we believe that those two verses, as well as the 6th commandment against killing, if we believe all of these are valid, then one can reasonably conclude the first hurdle has been scaled.